Hello, it's Ranny Duck and we're back again for another video. This time it's as the title will tell you, it's the 3-mark video for the Tier 8 German premium light tank, the Hawk 30. I've obviously had a few videos up on this tank on the channel, but I just wanted to get the third one up just as a final piece of the jigsaw really. But yeah, so we're on Sunset Coast. Yeah, obviously we've been over this, it's the worst airfield, and we're going to push up early with these spawn types and see if we can catch anyone coming out of the spawn, because as you can see there is 3 thumb piece in this game on either side, so if we do manage to spot anything up, we might, like this Oho, we might be able to get a cheeky bit of assistance early doors. And obviously at the point of this video is I was going for the 3rd mark of excellence. So yeah, any assistance is going to help me along the way nicely. And we spotted this Oho and the Type 4 Heavy. So they're both going to be easy artillery shots if we manage to catch them out in the open. So I'm hoping here to keep them up lit up as long as possible basically. I've reversed in sort of behind this rock in with all the sort of bushes to give me the extra camo value, and basically this means that if I do get lit up I'll be able to get away nice and quickly. You don't want to be facing the other way, because otherwise if you're going to turn around it's going to take too long to escape if you do get spotted. We see that light tank sort of full send in, so we pull back just to get out of proxy range, because obviously if he gets too close he could proxy spot us anyway. You see here I'm really sort of pushing the edge of my boundaries, and I was pushing right up just to see if I can spot anything at the back. Unfortunately I get too close, I do get lit. I decided that position is kind of, it's too slow pace for me at the moment, because you notice there's not much defending our base, and if I don't, well, when I feel like I don't either push the pace this game so we can clear up this quickly, or I've got to turn around and defend my base. But whatever happened, I needed to sort of act quickly, so I decided to leave that position, push up, try and get a second angle. These guys are kind of pinned in fighting there, it's getting a little bit stale, but by me taking this position it means there's a second angle for the enemy to worry about. I'm just trying to lose my spot a little bit where I can, because there is 3 front police in the game, and I'm going to see if I can get a few shots into the E50 in the Iron Rain. We go for the lower plate, we do manage to pen that one. We swap to our heat rounds just to deal with that E50. I think I've said in the previous videos, but if you haven't seen it, the heat rounds in this tank is actually really nice, because the velocity, believe it or not, is quicker than the standard round on the APCR, which not necessarily something I agree with, but it does mean they're actually pretty decent rounds. We're going to try and deal with this E50. He's turning and making it hard. Unfortunately I auto-aimed that, so obviously just went for the centre mass of the tank, bouncing off the top of the plate. I probably should have tried to sort of aim a little bit lower, but I didn't have a lot of time. I was trying to avoid taking the shot. We get a cheeky snapshot into the Skoda, I believe, there. Now we're going to push around and try and get a few more shots in. Unfortunately, so it was the general. The general is paying attention. He gets another shot into us. We see he's trying to escape. I wanted to put one in. I snapshotted that because I didn't want to. Basically, I wanted to try and avoid taking damage if I could. But unfortunately, that does mean we miss it. But now you can see there's 3 thumb police, and I want to try and go for the kill. We've just shotgunned our friendly general. So we know the GW is on a reload, and we're going to see if we can try and take these guys out. I swapped to my HE rounds because the HEP rounds on this tank, I think it's like 105 or 102 penetration, so we're easily going to be able to pen these tanks if we aim correctly. We get one into the GW Panther, penning it, leaving them on 15 health, but unfortunately not to finish him off, but we do take him out. So we're on for the Scumbag medal, for this, well, the Hero medal, should we say, the Slayer medal. We get the second one, there's one more, and we want to get this. Now I'm waiting for my 6th sense, or I should be waiting for my 6th sense to go off, but I get impatient because I wanted to make sure I get the medal, and it almost cost me there. It gets the shot in pre-led. It's a bit obvious where I was going. That's just me, if I'm honest, being lazy. I knew there was a chance he could kill me doing that, but I was a little bit lazy, but I get away with it. And then he's on a reload, so we know we're going to shut him down, and we have picked up the Hero medal, wasn't we? We've killed the 3 But I'm pleased, and I mean, even if we lose now, I'm going to be happy because we picked up the medal, and you know, not all heroes wear capes. So yeah, so they've been destroyed. We're going to try and get a shot into the Tiger Shark. It doesn't look like we're going to get a shot, so we need to try and pull an angle and see if we can help out our remaining 3 tanks. They are quite low health, so I do need to try and get over there a little bit quickly, and saying that, I have my petty moment and crash into a rock. We get one into the Skoda, putting him on a potential one-shot for us now, and then we can see this Tiger Shot, who is definitely a one-shot. We take him out, putting it level on the scores on a 2-2. Now I do have to be a little bit careful here because I've only got 350 hit points, so the Skoda can easily crit me out. So I have to be very careful of what I do, because I want to go and help my teammate, but also, like I say, I don't know where that Skoda is. I don't want to just go rushing in there without any intel and, you know, then go ruining this game, because, like I say, we've had a fairly decent game. It's possible to get the win. We get a blind shot there into the other friendly sort of, I think, I'm not sure what it is, it's a tier 8 pattern tank, I can't remember the name of it. And now we're going to try and move up. We're just trying to find this Skoda, because I didn't know if he sort of went the long way round. I was hoping that maybe we would catch him out while I was on reload and get a shot in. But unfortunately, I'm kind of wasting a lot of time now, because I can see my friend is basically getting rushed by 2 tanks. So I need to try and get, you know, I was looking for a shot on that Skoda. It's not going to happen. I need to close in the distance to help him out, because he's in a bit of a position there. He's got 2 tanks on him. Fortunately for me, he does take out the one-shot Skoda T50, and that just leaves us to deal with this M48. But he's quite healthy, isn't he? He's got sort of 1,000 hit points. I need to get in there as quickly as I can before he takes him out and then pays his attention on to me. We got our second shot in now, putting him on to 435 hit points. He's not paying attention to us, and we managed to finish him off, bringing that game to a close. So all that's left now is to get to the result screen, and we will see how we got on. So we got 6 kills, 3,700 damage, 899 assistance. We got the hero medal, we got the ace tanker and the top gun. So yeah, pretty good game. Hope you enjoyed that one. We've got 2 more to come, and I promise you the final game is worth sticking around for. So yeah, please stay with us, and I will see the other videos shortly. Okay, so we're back for replay number 2, and this time we're on a more traditional map for a light tank, and we're on Westfield, and we have the best spawn, and we're top tier. So yeah, hopefully we should be on for a good game. The only thing is we do have 3 light tanks in the enemy team, which can always be awkward when you're trying to spot, because quite often they sort of full send or just do something really silly, but it ends up making your game a little bit more awkward to play. But nonetheless, we are a light tank and we are top tier, so we're going to go to the standard position I would take in light tanks on this map, and that's to try and spot the cross, because obviously when you spot the cross you've got the support for your TDs etc at the back, and you quite often can pick up a little bit of assistance, and if you're lucky you can start farming them through the bush if there's no light tanks sort of full send and spotting you up. And in this case we have the advantage of the enemy light tanks aren't pushing forward and spotting me, and it means that we can just take a nice easy farm on this jammer going across. So we get a shot in, get one in, he then, I think he goes out of our view range, we lose the spot, but we just follow where he's going to be and we take him out anyway. So now that we've lost a spot, it's important to try and push forward and get that spot back again. We don't want to miss out on any easy assistance. Quite often that is a little mistake sometimes you do find if light tanks in this position, they're too hesitant, and you don't want to miss that window of opportunity to get your assistance damage, because if you wait there for too long going, I'm not spotting anything, because you're not moving far enough forward, they might already get to the top, and then you'd miss out on that chance to pick up an easy sort of, I picked up 800 assistance there. There's times in games where I picked up like 2,000-3,000 assistance just at the start of the game for no other reason than that spotting and cross. Generally in the sort of higher tier game when you've got some more higher alpha damage tanks etc and a bigger hit pool to play with. Now this Vanguard, or the ELC is in a nuisance, annoying position for me because he means he's going to spot me up every time I come around if I get too close, and it's a little bit awkward. So I do, I really want him to get taken out if I can. There is then another light tank, so now all three of their light tanks, or I believe, or two of the light tanks at least, are up at the top. So we know where they are. But yeah, I really want to try and deal with them because I don't want to get too stagnated in this position, but I really need them to die in order to move forward. Once these are dead, it's going to make my game a lot easier. One of the light tanks then gets taken out, so it's just the ELC up there now to deal with. I'm still trying to, even though they're there, I'm still trying to spot things where I can, just in case I can pick up some assistance from the RC maybe, or any of the TDs which have shots. Because I picked up, obviously I'm going for the third mark, I picked up 1500 assistance already. So I've had a decent start to the game, but obviously, there is a lot more to be had if we can take out the other stuff. I believe the Vanguard's got taken out, so it's just the General behind me. Now he's moved out of a position, we've got 3 shots at him, and we're going to try and take him out now before he gets an opportunity to get away or put shots into us. So he is a one shot, so we just need to take our time and we should take him out, which we do, confirming another kill. And this is now put us in a very nice position because we've got full control of this ridge, which means I can spot anything up above us, and anything sitting behind me I'm going to get assistance from. And even if they then do push through to our base, because I've got control of this side, I can easily go back round and get shots in. So it puts us in a very strong position. But at the moment I don't feel like I'm in danger of being capped out. This Yahtzee is just given up or just tried to full send me. I don't know what he was thinking, to be honest with you. Either way, it hasn't worked out the plan for him, and we managed to take him out, losing very minimal hit points from when he rammed us. And yeah, so managed to take him out of the game. I've got to be a little bit careful. There's a TD to my left, and there's also something else which is spotting me. I don't know what it is. I think it's a Scorpion G, and I'm just trying to be a little bit cautious while I'm poking up, but at the same time just trying to proxy spot to get shots in. I'm hoping the artillery will slap this AMX AC for us, because if he does, it's gonna be a lot easier. There we go. We spot the Scorpion at the back. We do manage to snap a shot into him, and he's now pulling back from his position. So it's given us a bit more window of opportunity now to stay up this ridge longer and get shots in. We put this AMX through a one shot. Was hoping it was just going to pull forward and go for us. Unfortunately, we missed a kill shot on his cupola. It's not a problem. We've got time to aim that shot in and finish him off. There's only 3 tanks left now, so it's all about trying to maximise our damage. We get one shot into the Scorpion G. We'll try and get another one in. We probably really should swap to the HE rounds now, because we could easily pen the top of the turret of the Scorpion G. I'm not sure why I didn't do that, because I would have picked up more damage. We get him in a kill shot, and then I get lazy over the snapshot there. It wasn't the right time to snapshot him. I should have aimed that. I had time, then I would have killed him. This time he was driving straight in front of me, so the snapshot was fine. But now I'm in the battle with a light tank. I don't want to be snapshotting this way he's moving, because I won't hit him if I do. So I aim on the move, getting a shot in. We go for a second shot. Unfortunately, we just mistimed where he was going to turn, but it's not a problem. We go again. We're aiming this shot. We don't want to snapshot it, because we won't hit it if we do. But we then get the shot in, and he gets taken out. So that brings an end to this battle. So we'll just get to the results screen, and then we'll go on to the final battle, where of course I 3-mark tank can actually end up in a pretty decent game. So we've got 6 kills, 4,000 damage, 2,000 assistance, and yeah, so that's it on Westfield. I hope you enjoyed that one, but stay with us. We've got one more video, and as I said, it's a 3rd mark of excellence. Okay, so here we are for the final video of the replay, and as you can see, we are on steps and we are platooned up with our good buddy Petty 360, who may or may not be in a fun police. And yeah, so this is the 3-mark game. Now at this point I needed a pretty decent game, because I was like, at least I think I was a % away. So at the time 3-marking this, I think I needed to do a %. I would need at least 6k, like probably just over 6k to do to do a whole percent in one game. So I know I needed a good game, but I do have the opportunity to have that because I'm on the steps, and there's no cap, so I've got every opportunity to have a good game if I can pick up a bit of assistance, and see what can happen. So roll on steps, we're going to push across here to see if we can spot anything moving up across, because you can see where their spawn is. I'm hoping that I'll be able to catch a few things out early and maybe pick up a few assistance damage off of Petty and any of our TDs. Unfortunately for me, none of our mediums seem to want to be moving up, which is a shame, because at the moment they're kind of just stuck in the TD location. A lot of these times, like, if your team moves up early, it can make such a difference, but it's here, and it doesn't happen often, does it really? So you can't worry about that. So I've pulled back in a more safer position. I'm prepared to run here, but at the same time I want to stay here lighting them for as long as I possibly can, to give me every window of opportunity to pick up assistance damage. Basically, I want to leave it for the very last minute, keeping them spotted for as long as I can, and I hope I can get some assistance, or maybe my team will actually realise there's stuff here and move up to help me, because obviously if they get there too late, that's why it's important to keep them spotted. And that does seem to be what's happened. The team has actually moved up to help, which is nice. So now I've got a little bit of support. I don't actually need to run from this position, because if I win this side of the battle, then it's going to give me every opportunity to then progress further forward and pick up that assistance point. I can't say static too much, because there is an enemy fun police in the game I don't want to get hit by. I pulled in here to protect myself from the SDA2 while I move further forward. He now doesn't have shots on me, so I'm going to move in and see if we can take out some tanks. I'm going to prioritise the Scorpion G first, because he's got the nastiest gun. The KV5 is looking at me, so I'm just going to wait. It looks like my team is moving around the side, so they're going to keep them distracted and waiting until they then go in and engage, and then I can come in and just start farming damage when they're not looking at me. Because this tank, when you're left to your own devices and you just start slinging shots in, you really can rack up the damage quite nicely. Put a shot into KV5, tracking him in place. He does repair that, but then I'm able to just get another shot into him, put myself up to 1700 damage and just under 1000 assistance. This Centurion's now not looking at us, so we're going to get another shot into him. He then gets taken us out, putting us up to just over 2k damage. So we had a decent start at this game, but there's still a lot of damage left. And now, as I say, this is the great thing, we've now won this side. I'm able to push down here, knowing full well that if I was the first one to spot stuff, I've got a great opportunity to get assistance, especially when I've got Petty 360 in the RC looking for shots on stuff which I'm lighting up. So we push further forward, taking out that SCA2, or has got taken out, should I say. Now I'm just looking to spot some of their TDs, because they have a lot of TDs, don't they? So there's a good chance that they will at least be some TDs here camping at their base, which there is. There's an Iron Rain, which is a nice juicy target for Petty. And I'm just trying to keep him lit up to try and get a bit of assistance here. I've now put myself up to 1800 assistance, and now this hasn't, as this game's going on, I'm thinking to myself, I do have an opportunity now to free market this game. I've just got to be careful and try and keep stuff spotted and just get that bit of assistance, try and get damage in where I can, and just make sure I don't do anything stupid, basically, and then I'll have a chance of getting it. So I'm well on my way now. I've got sort of just over 4,000, 4,500 combined. Iron Rain's not looking at us. We don't know if there's anything else yet. It's still at their sort of K34, which there is. There's this A43. We're not too scared of him, but we're going to try and get a shot into him. Unfortunately, we missed that shot, and we don't get any assistance. That wasn't our spot. I'm pretty sure at this point most of the stuff's now at the other end of the map, sort of like the C2, C3. We still have 3 TDs here. Petty has got taken out, but I'm just trying to push across here as quickly as I possibly can, so I'm ahead of my team. I want to light them up, catch anything off guard, and try and get some assistance from our TDs, basically, to try and see if we can get this third mark. I do have the heat loaded at the moment. I'm pretty sure it's because I know there's a diamond background here as well, and if I catch him out, I'm going to need that extra penetration. When I'm this close to the mark, I don't mind using it. So we're going to push further forward. We do spot, we've spotted a Yahtzee around the corner, and we're now just going to try and see if we can, yeah, we've got to be a little bit careful because I don't get caught out by a Scorpion G, because it does have a very nasty gun and it can easily pen me with the HE rounds, and it's a very high caliber gun, so there's a good chance if he does, it'll set me on fire. We do pick up these assistants off of the Yahtzee, and we're just trying to work, you know, just trying to carefully spot some things up. We spotted the E25 there, and I think the Diamondback as well, so we know where he's located now. I'm just trying to work angles and just see where's the safest bet I can get some shots in. We see an opportunity to get a shot into a Scorpion G. I don't want to re-poke the same position when I know they're looking at me, so I've got to be a little bit cautious. I have TDs moving in, but I'm going to see if we can work a different angle and pick up any more damage, maybe on this Yahtzee down here. We are full health, so I can trade one shot off of him at this point in the late stage of the game if it means being able to take him out. So I'll make sure I put that shot into his lower plate. I'm going to try and get another shot into him. Unfortunately, he just gets in our way a little bit, but we get a shot into him. Now this E25 is now farming me, and this is how quickly the E25 can do damage to you. You can really just rip away your health, but we put him on a one shot, then we know we can easily finish him off with a little ram in this tank, and we do. And it's this stage where I'm just like, I just need to pen these shots now, because I can definitely free mark this if I get this shot. But the Diamondback's looking at me, so I've got to turn around. I'm just waiting for him to get a bit distracted by our TD coming in, which he has done, and he's now trying to run, so I'm able to get a few shots into him while he's running away. At this point, I'm thinking there's a very good chance of free mark this. If we can just get every little last drop of damage, then we're going to do it. We do get a shot in, finishing them off, and that's all for this one. So let's just get to the results screen and see how we got on. So as you can see, we did have a very big game. We got 2,147 base XP, 4 kills, 4,667 damage. We did pick up the free mark just by 0.01%, 2,590 assistance. So yeah, we had a nice game. That's a nice one to end the free mark grind on. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. As always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate it, and happy tanking.